Hello and welcome to the number one source for all that nerd-ish on Pornhub, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host finally for the first time because Travis has been hogging her. Bridgette, how you doing?
That would be me, Bridgette. I'm doing all right. It's Monday. Monday be Mondaying, but yeah, I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing good. We're chatting a little bit since we haven't got to work together in beginning of the show, and both agree it's way too fucking hot out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get like a heat advisory warning like every day. And I'm like, all right, I get it. Thank you. It's hot. Thank
you. Yeah. No, I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be really hot here too the next couple days. But you been watching anything or playing anything that can keep you inside and out of that heat?
I've been playing It Takes Two on the Switch. Me and my husband have been playing it, and it's actually like pretty fun. Like we were looking for a multiplayer game that we could both play on a system that we both have. Like we have a PlayStation 5, but we don't both have two PlayStations. So,
yeah.
Like who can afford that? And I have a PC, but he doesn't. So the Switch was the only answer. And It Takes Two is it's a pretty cute game. You have to like rely on each other and help each other out. And then there's some like competitiveness to it. As far as watching, honestly, I'm in like a dry phase right now. I'm trying to figure out what I want to watch. I have a list, but I'm a big anime fan and I haven't found one that I'm ready to watch yet. So what about you?
Well, Travis has got me doing Return to Wrestling, which is him and I going back and watching old WCW. And I started last night because we're going to record the next episode this weekend, and realized that it's probably roughly like 20 hours of wrestling on top of everything else that I watch, because I watch all the weekly stuff. So I do our regular wrestling podcast on Saturdays now. Twisted Metal was really good, so we're doing that on Sunday. We're gonna do a review for the first season of Twisted Metal. I started rewatching. I watched it already. I binged it in one day because it was so good, and then started rewatching it with the wife. We also like trash TV, so we were getting caught up on Temptation Island over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We like to sit there and just feel really good about our relationship compared to everyone else on that show.
No, I totally get it. I was watching one on Netflix. I forget what it was called, like Love is Blind, and it was just oh man, just watch it and be like, I'm a good person.
Right? Like it makes you feel better about yourself. Like,
yeah. Except for the fact that they're always like super attractive. That's the only part where it's like, okay, well, but they're stupid, so it doesn't matter.
You may be pretty, but I'm a way better person than you.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, no, that we sit there and we watch that, and like anytime we have like little fights or anything, we're like, yeah, but at least we're not them. Like,
yeah.
I may have done something and feel like shit, but I didn't sit here and yell at you because you were cheating on me while you were also watching me cheat on you in the bonfires.
Right. Right.
So I'm not that bad, but so yeah, we've been doing that, and then for me, Mortal Kombat 1's beta dropped, so I played with that a little bit. It was a little disappointing because basically it's just kind of get to know 6 of the characters and how the fighting is, but the options are you can play online versus, or you can do a tower, but there's no cinematics or anything. It's literally just go through, do 6 fights. Okay, fun. Now try another character. So I fucked around with Sub-Zero for a little bit, and then after that I was like, I'll wait till the game comes out. I got 30 days. And then Diablo 4, which is all I play now, all the time.
Yeah, I've heard people are loving Diablo 4. I'm not typically like a top-down type of gamer, but it does look like it's fun. Maybe I should get into it.
It's weird because I'm very picky, like very picky. I don't try everything. I really have to either get introduced something to fall in love with it. Like I'm not, so like I wasn't really into first-person shooters. Then I got introduced to Halo. I played that for a while. Then my buddy's like, "Oh, play Gears of War," and it took me a while. I got into that. I haven't. Those are the only shooters I'll play. Travis got me into Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy X, which is still my favorite game of all time. Is Final Fantasy X. So I'll play Final Fantasy now. And then John got me into playing Diablo 3, and I was like, I don't know. I was never big into Dungeons and Dragons. I know Travis
Yeah.
he really got into it. It's basically just his
Yeah.
entire personality now. Um, but I was like, I'll give it a try, and it has that dungeon crawler element. But I had a lot of fun playing Diablo 3. So then I got 4. Me and the wife actually played 3 together. I got her to play a little bit of 4, but she wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I'm always a Pokemon. I've always been a Pokemon fan. So
Yeah. Same. Big same. Pokemon is big in this home.
we're actually doing a podcast tonight. My co-host for the wrestling thing, he has a side podcast that he does, and it's going to be the last episode before his rebrand. And we're sitting down. He had me pick my favorite Pokemon to make a team. And then another one of our friends
Oh.
did the same thing. He did, and he kind of took some wrestlers and created something based around that I'm not fully aware of how this is all going to work out, but we're going to do that. So I've got my team I'm super excited
Yeah.
about. There were some parameters, you can only have like one legendary and one
Right.
Pokemon that can mega evolve, blah blah blah. So, but yeah, no, I'm stoked for that. So I'm gonna do that tonight as well. But
That sounds awesome. What is your favorite Pokemon?
I I've always been a Charizard fan. I've always been a Charmander fan.
Yeah.
Though weirdly enough, I think because it's not a typical choice outside of starter Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Houndoom.
Oh, okay.
I've always liked fire types,
Yeah.
and it. I'm a dog person. It's a cool
Yeah, and
ass
he's
looking
like
dog.
edgy.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say like if you can't tell and see from
Yeah,
behind me all of the horror and
it kind
everything,
of
like
fits.
yeah, it's a hellhound. Like
Yeah,
so, yeah.
for sure.
So yeah, no, Houndoom for whatever reason, which, like I said,
Houndoom.
weird choice because it's just one of those random Johto
No, but
Pokemon that.
it's cool though. I feel like, it's not like one of those, it's like, oh yeah, everybody loves like, Charizard, or like everybody loves like Pikachu, and I'm a big fan of Gloom,
Okay,
just the middle. I don't want Vileplume. I just like Gloom in the middle. And then I really like Mudsdale too in the newer games. So, but yeah, those are
interesting.
my
Yeah,
my
Mudsdale's
weird
cool.
choice. Yes, he's my favorite.
You could have
So
like
yeah.
I was looking, you could almost have like a whole stable of horse Pokemon now because
Yeah.
they did the 2 legendary horses, Spectre and Glastrier with
Hmm.
Sword and Shield, and then you've got Mudsdale. I guess you could kind of count Zebra Strike. I mean, you could
Oh
ride it.
yeah. You can make a farm. Basically, you could have like a mill tank. you
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
You could have a whole team of dogs as well. They've really
I was
got a
I
lot
was
of
looking
dogs.
I was actually really looking into that too because another one that I really liked from the new games was Graveyard, the like ghost
Oh yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So that was cool too. So I was looking at that and I was like, I wonder if I could like I don't know how feasible it would be to like win all the beat all the gyms and beat the elite
Yeah.
four and everything, but like could I run a
I
whole
think it
team of
would
just
be
straight
a
dogs?
fun challenge to do. I think it's something I definitely want to do. You could do cats too. I think you could probably do
Oh
cats as
yeah,
well.
absolutely.
But yeah, the dogs. I like the bread dog. I forget what it's called, but it looks like a
Uh
little like bun.
Dash Bun, I think, is the
Yeah,
yeah.
that's bun or something like that. But yeah, the dogs are super cute. They have a ton of them. We recently got into Pokemon card collecting. It has taken over. It is just gambling,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's super fun. Super fun.
I haven't I did that like when it first came out and it was huge and I have
Yeah.
no idea what happened to my collection. Um
Right.
I never really played the trading card game, but I did like collecting the
Yeah.
cards. And then,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything happened. Like you do that, and then Beanie Babies, and
Yeah.
we have a shit ton of pop toys that I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do with now because we stopped collecting them, but now I just have like boxes of them up in an attic somewhere.
Yeah, you got to make
Like,
like a whole shrine of them. It's funny with Pokemon cards, like I hadn't been into it for a while, like as a kid, we are all into it. And then like I think last Father's Day or anniversary, one of those days, I just happened to just get my husband like a binder and some starter cards, just kind of like here's your childhood all over again. And now it's still going. So, but yeah,
All right.
Pokemon is for the win.
Well, Taekwon's here, being Taekwon. So, uh,
Another one of us.
yeah, he loves me. He may pretend like he doesn't support white people, but he loves me. I want to thank
Invited
everyone
to
who's
the
watching
cookout
us.
then.
I've been to a few. Travis's parents actually consider me their favorite child, because
Aw.
they didn't have to give birth to me. So
Oh, yeah, and they could just kind of send you away and ask you to come as they please.
exactly. It
Yeah,
was
I get that.
literally got a Facebook memory that it was like, which one are you at the cookout that his sister had posted? And I said the token white guy, and then him and his mom all laughed. So Taekwon, thanks for joining us, and everyone who's checking us out, whether it's over at twitch.tv/Creatia World, where if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming, you get a bunch of cool shit, including a free sub that you can give to your favorite Twitch streamers and content creators. Hopefully it is us and you throw it our way, but if not, make sure you give it to somebody, because Jeff Bezos doesn't need to hold on to that. Take a little bit of that money out of his pocket, throw it to someone who's out here trying to entertain you like we are. You can also be checking us out at youtube.com/Creatia World, where it's free to like, subscribe, comment. All of that helps the algorithm to help us find new listeners, as well as there's a notification bell. We like to say flick the bean up top. Click that notification bell up there and get notified every time we go live. So whether it's Creatia Conversation Monday through Friday, Smacking It Raw on Saturdays, Getting Off, the horror podcast that I do roughly every 2 weeks, or any of the other content that we drop for you guys, come check us out, and you'll always know when we post we posted something new. And I think with that, it's newsy time, which I'm not nearly as good as Mara, but I feel like it's a thing now and I have to do it. Oh boy. All right. Elon Musk. This is coming from IGN's Taylor Lyles. If you're on X, you've heard that essentially my theory is that he is just trying to destroy the app so he can file for bankruptcy and get some of his money back or something. I don't know, but every decision that this man has made since taking over has progressively gotten worse. And in this case, Elon Musk's latest big idea for X is removing the block button. Twitter X owner Elon Musk recently announced that social media platform will soon remove the block button as a feature, replying to a post on X. When someone asked for reasons as to why an individual would want to block or mute someone, Musk responded to the post, noting that the blocking feature will soon be deleted as a feature except for DMs. He followed up by saying that the block feature makes no sense, even though the block feature will still be available for DMs. I disagree. There's a lot of...
I'm trying to find like the logic, like in situations like this. I'm like, let me just be like the devil's advocate for a second and like try to understand. And this is one of those things that I'm having trouble doing that. Like, I don't understand why, just why.
Every fandom, especially on Twitter, has toxic accounts that you don't want to see, you don't want to be a part of, you don't want to deal with, right? Wrestling Twitter's the same. I've got a shit ton of people blocked just because either they're trolls who harass people and attack people, or I've got a lot of political stuff blocked that I just don't want flooding my timeline and have to deal with. I've got words muted and accounts blocked from just... I don't want that negativity in my feed because it affects you. You're on social media, you're reading it, and this is your way of filtering out the things that you want to enjoy on your social media. And he's like, no, we're going to take that away, and you're just going to have to deal with everything or get the fuck off my app. And it's like, well,
so is it block? So it's going to be mute. You can mute someone, but you cannot block them. Is that
I'm assuming you can still mute them. I'm assuming you can still mute words and things like that. You just can't block them from commenting on your posts or interacting with you outside of DMs. You can keep them from personally DMing you, but they'll still be able to come and comment on your posts and say negative things and cause issues
then,
and start
like,
fights.
If you block someone who's like shit talking you and trolling you, and I'm sitting here like watching this person troll you, um like it would feel like somebody's always going to be like, oh hey, did you hear what they said about you? And you're like, no, I muted them, but I can't block them. And I feel like it's a good way to like prevent scammers and bots. So I don't understand how
Well,
why.
more than likely he's going to do this, and then people are going to complain. He's going to be like, oh well, if you pay for Twitter Blue, you can have your block button back. And his whole thing, everything he is doing is rolling out to, you have to pay for Twitter, because he's got to recoup the money that he spent on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
all of these weird little changes that he's making, it's like, yeah, well, we're gonna roll back how many messages you can send a day, or how many blah blah blah. But if you have Twitter Blue and you pay me, you can do so much more. You know, if you want this, you can do so much more. Same thing with like the edit button. Everyone for years wanted an edit button. I am notorious for fucking up my tweets and misspelling something or not paying attention and having it autocorrect a word and sending something out that wasn't what I want to say. And you can never edit it. And then they're like, oh, well, if you pay me, you can edit it. And it's like, I think I'll
That's
just.
like, come on, man. You know, like, Fum Page commented on this and says, there's a difference between everybody should be allowed to say what they want, and everybody should have to listen to the things that the worst people say. And I feel like that's a good way to put it.
Exactly. Like, you have a platform. You can say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean everyone is subject to have to listen to your bullshit.
Yeah, it's like some sort of weird like freedom of speech, but then like taking away the freedom to not listen to that speech type of thing. I don't know. This is a weird choice, but all of his choices so far have been just that.
Yeah. So, Threads, please get hashtags working so I can promote our shit using hashtags and people can see it and blah blah blah. And let me move over there, because I like what you're doing, but you're missing a few things that I kind of need to fully transition. I've got friends, a really good buddy of mine, Mr. Warren Hayes, who we've had on the show a lot, and he's another wrestling YouTube content creator. After all of the Elon Musk trans controversy, because he has a child and he's trying to be supportive, he left Twitter. Jizzy, formerly of the Deadass Girls, who's another really good friend of mine, once Musk bought it, she's like, dude, I'm not supporting this guy. She left, so the only time we get to talk to her is through Discord and stuff. So like, a lot of people that I already fucked with left, and it's like, I want to leave too, but also I've got 3 podcasts, and I'm not going to lie, for the way I like to do things, because I'm very wordy, it's a lot easier for me to promote my shit on Twitter than it is on Instagram. So
yeah, for sure. Like, I completely understand. As an artist, it's so many artists use Twitter to promote their stuff, and now I'm seeing a lot of people leave because, you know, they don't want to support this type of social media. It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks hard.
It wasn't perfect before he took it over, but it's just getting progressively worse.
Yeah, he has not made it better.
No, not even a little bit. You want to talk aliens? You want to talk lawsuits?
Alien.
All right. So Travis actually sent me this one. This is from IGN. Ryan Leston. Alien Encounters docuseries from Steven Spielberg's Ambien heading to Netflix. A new documentary series is about to explore 4 different kinds of close encounters. The government recently just randomly decided to tell us that non-human biologicals were a thing, which, I mean, theoretically could be anything, but everyone's like, oh, they finally confirmed they were aliens. And we all watched like shows and everything where it's like, the government's not telling us about aliens because we can't handle it. And we've seen it so much that got dropped. Everyone's like, yeah, okay, no shit. Like, cool. We kind of expected that. But according to Deadline, Amblin Television has teamed up with Boardwalk Pictures to produce Encounters, a new 4-part series that investigates a different phenomenon in each episode. These include strange lights in the sky over Texas, claims of submersible UFOs haunting a coastline or a coastal Welsh village, an alien encounter in Zimbabwe, and reports of non-human intelligence at nuclear power plant in Japan.
Interesting. I mean, I'm sure it'll be an interesting watch. I think there's a difference between truth and alleged, you know? But overall, I think a lot of people will watch it. And UFOs, what is it? An identified flying object. Like, how can there be something in the sea, in the ocean? To me, I'm like, that's not flying, it's swimming. But
Right.
I guess we'll just see how it goes.
I think let's watch this little clip with Barack Obama
Okay.
revealing he asked for infos on UFOs, because this is entertaining.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You're not. You're a lion.
Has ads.
Tour guide. Sometimes
I was trying to watch
one-person operation.
the show with my wife on YouTube, where Matt Rife was like going with some ghost hunters, and they were checking a bunch of stuff out. And it was so hard to watch because it was just ads.
Yeah.
The truth is that when I came into office, I asked, right? I was like, all right, is there the lab somewhere where we're keeping the alien specimens in spaceship? They did a little bit of research, and the answer was no. There's footage.
I don't believe that. They definitely have something somewhere.
Objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory.
What's up, Joss?
They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
I believe in aliens.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just don't think they look like what we think they look like. Everything for a lot of like movies and media, we would create characters that look similar to us, arms, legs, a head type of thing. But it could easily be like a plant, or, something that grows out of the space ground, but for sure I do think that we cannot just be alone on this blue dot. So
with everything else out there, you look up, you see all the stars are suns in distant universes, and no, there's no way we're the only intelligent life forms in the vast expanse that is the universe.
Right. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So I do miss Obama, though. Every time I see him, I'm like, man, he was cool.
He was. He really was.
He was cool.
So that's coming to Netflix, the Alien Encounter series. And Netflix, this is from KIRO7, Jessica Goodman from the Cox Media Group, National Content Desk. Netflix is getting rid of all of their physical media. So Netflix to mark end of DVD service, which I didn't even know was still a thing for them, by giving away select discs. And I don't do DVDs anymore. It's all Blu-ray and 4K, but I'm very much a physical media person. If I love a movie, or if like with the MCU, there's a franchise, I go out to get the disc version of it, because in my head, everything I actually watch is streaming. I never actually take the discs out and use them.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't trust the fact that this online library of things that I have isn't just eventually at some point going to go away, and then all that money that I've spent on it is just poof gone.
Right.
But if I have
my husband is the same with like video games. He's more likely to buy a physical game than he is to like download a game. And I get it, especially for like games and movies that you really, really are into. And it can be like, it's like a collector thing as well. So, yeah. But I did not know. I think I saw a friend on Facebook that still gets the DVDs. And I was like, what are you like? I don't even know if I have anything that will play a DVD anymore,
Netflix started with red envelopes that contain DVDs for rent, chosen by subscribers, but that part of their service is coming to an end after 25 years. In honor of the end of Netflix sending out DVDs through the mail, subscribers who still use the service will get a chance to review up to 10 extra discs in the mail as the final DVDs are mailed out on September 29th. According to Today, subscribers just have to opt in by August 29th. And the best part, they don't have to mail the DVDs back. So they're going to send you the shit and you just get to keep them.
Wow.
Netflix announced in April.
What section of Netflix do you even go to like get the DVDs sent to you? You know, like I don't
gotta be on their website, which I mean, everything I do is from an app now, you know, like
right. And 25 years, that's crazy. I didn't know. Like, gosh, getting old is wild. 25 years of Netflix. That's crazy.
Netflix has been a thing since 1998, according to this.
What?
So Netflix,
I don't believe that.
Right? Netflix announced in April that the DVD by mail business will be shutting down after 25 years. Variety reported that since 1998, it has mailed out over 5 billion DVD and Blu-ray rentals across the country. The service started to decline as Netflix launched its first video streaming service in 2007. So it was almost around for 10 years before Netflix.
It actually sent anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it was sending out DVDs for 10 years before we got our first, like, this video streaming.
I don't know why it's weird to me that Netflix is older than YouTube. That's like bizarre.
Right?
Wow.
Because, I mean, back then, everyone was still using Blockbuster. It's weird to me. I still see family videos occasionally driving through some places, and it's like, do people still go to the video store? Like,
right. That actually reminds me, like, I saw a TikTok of this mom and she was asking her kids, her like teenager, like young kids, like, do you guys know what I mean when I say to change the channel? And that's like one of those things that you don't think about, like when they're like, I thought you just meant to like turn it off or like get off my phone or something. Like they don't understand that like literally you'd have to flip through channels to find what you're watching. And I know some people still have cable, but a majority of people don't because it's expensive. But we have a shit ton of streaming services, but we also have cable because my wife likes to just kind of, because she works from home, so she likes to catch things kind of live and record things, so we don't have to wait for it to drop on whatever streaming service, blah blah blah. Like, that's fair.
Because we work different shifts. She works a day shift, I work a night shift. Most of our TV time together, when we put our daughter down, because it's Zoe TV time, and no, the fuck it's not. Like, you're gonna have to chill.
Oh my God.
She drives me nuts with that. But catching up on everything is on the weekends, mostly at night.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
we've got everything DVR'd. We can go back, we can watch it, stuff like that. I like it because with all of the wrestling I do for Smack and Raw, like if I have like a hard night at work or whatever, and I can't get to something, I can watch it the next morning, stuff like that. I don't have to wait for it to drop on Hulu or whatever. Like, I have that access to it whenever I want it. So that's really the only reason why I still do it. And we looked at it and what we're paying for cable, it'd basically be the same to pay for the internet and like YouTube TV or whatever live anyway. So but speaking of my 2-year-old, and
oh my God, you have a 2-year-old too.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
Are you having fun?
Like, some days yes, some days no. She knows how to work the TV better than my mom and my mother-in-law. Like,
oh wow.
She'll go over and I'll be like, what do you want to watch? She'll be like, Paramount. I'm like,
I can't imagine a 2-year-old saying Paramount.
Paramount. I want to watch Paramount or Disney. And then she'll see the Roku and she'll see the Disney button and she knows what it is and she'll push it and she'll turn it on. And then she'll tell us what she wants to watch on the app. So Puppy Dog Pals or Bluey or Gabby's Dollhouse. Like,
crazy. Like my son knows, like he's a fresh 2. But when I go on Netflix, YouTube to put something on for him, he'll like, Baby Shark. And I'm like, I don't want to watch Baby Shark anymore.
Baby Shark, Bebe Finn, Coco Melon.
Bebe Finn. I like Bebe Finn though.
Really?
Yeah, it's cuter than like I'm like an animation snob. So like I hate Coco Melon, and it's simply because it's ugly to me. And Bebe Fin is the songs they sing, the words are actually sentences, it's not just like, the same word over and over and over again. I feel like the potty song is pretty helpful, and the boo boo song, like I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's there's some substance. I just really am looking forward to my kid watching something with a narrative. It's just music all the time, all the time.
True.
But
Are you guys working on potty training?
we just started yesterday.
How's that going?
He peed on me yesterday. Like I started with just briefs because I don't think the pull-ups were really working. So I just put some briefs on him, and I was standing there trying to change the channel, and then I feel something like hitting my foot, and I'm like, what? And I was just like in shock. Like I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I run him to the toilet now? Do I just let him pee on the floor? Like, what do I do? But we just started. Hopefully it goes well. But
We got one of those little like toilets that makes the
Yep.
flushing noise. Yep. And
See, I should have done that.
our friend is a nanny, and she was telling us that the best thing to do that we've been working on, which actually has been working really well, is to just let them run around with no diaper, nothing on, because if they feel the fabric, then they think diaper, and then they go on themselves. So we've also given her a little sticker chart, so every time she actually does use the potty, she gets a sticker, and when she fills up the chart, we take her and let her get a little $5 or $10 something from like Walmart or Target as like, here's an incentive. So then she's all excited about it. So it's been working. She's filled out 2 charts so far. But also
good for her.
She gets distracted very easily, and then she'll come up and she'll be like, I peed. And I'm like, well, you got to say, I have to pee. Like,
tell me before it happens. I've heard that potty treats work too, like a cookie every time you succeed. So we'll see. We literally just started, so I may be coming to you for more advice.
Well, like I said, it's always fun. Some days more than others. I have literally watched her say she had to go to the bathroom and then take her diaper off, and she's already pooped in her diaper, and then it's falling out on the floor, and then you have to clean that up. So some days are good, some days suck. But so we get way off topic, but Netflix no longer sending out DVDs. They're also going to accept returns until October 27, 2023. So if you are still subscribed to the DVD service, you won't have to send them back. But if you want to send them back, they'll be accepted until October 27th. After that, they're yours. It is what it is. You know what? I think this is a perfect time with all of this talk of potty training and DVDs to segue to the fact that if you guys are checking us out, please go support our Patreon, patreon.com/Creatia World. There we have a few tiers. The cheapest one is only $1 a month, and you get 2 shows. Return to Wrestling with Travis and I, which is us going back and Travis forcing me to watch old WCW stuff. We're getting into 1998, so it's getting really, really interesting, but there's also a lot of content to consume. So we're going to have to switch up the way we do the show. Otherwise, it's going to be a 6-hour show to talk about everything. And nobody wants to sit down and listen to me talk for 6 hours, except for myself. And then you get Multiverse with Travis and Mara, where they break down DC animated films. It's not just the latest episode. You get the entire back catalog. So you can travel with me and Travis starting from 1995 all the way up to us beginning 1998. Like I said, Sold Out will be the next episode that we drop. So it's everything from after Starrcade to through Sold Out will be the next episode. We got all of that. And then all of the movies that Travis and Mara have already watched, broken down, talked about, all of that is available for that $1. Slightly higher, you get all that. Plus, you can watch this show ad-free, which, I mean, I just bitched about. Like, who wants to watch ads, right? So a little bit more money, you can watch all of our content ad-free. But if you're watching us live, we do have sponsors, and they're awesome. And Travis worked really hard on this cute little video of himself promoting those sponsors. So we ask that you check it out and go get yourself some cool shit, some cool deals. So we will check that out now.
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Did you see Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful, clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high-quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
Speaking of Travis and Mara's Multiverse show, Travis always says that the Flashpoint cartoon is far better than the Flash movie that dropped. I haven't gone to see it yet. I didn't want to, like, there was all that controversy around Ezra Miller, which was what it was. And then I was like, I also really want to see Michael Keaton as Batman again, but I don't know if I want to find a babysitter and then pay money to go do all of that. So it's finally dropping soon on Max. So I'll be able to sit down and watch it from the comfort of my own home. This is from CBR.com's Jeremy Dick, which lovely last
unfortunate.
name. Yeah. The Flash has a set Max premiere date upon ending its disappointing run in theaters. Following the theatrical run that fell short of studio expectations, The Flash will very soon start streaming on Max. Max announced The Flash will next start streaming on the platform on August 25th. So this Friday, it'll be available.
Oh.
On Max for anyone that wants to check it out. Like I said, the commercial looked really good. The trailer looked really good.
Right.
Commercial, trailer, same shit. Supergirl, I'm very interested in. Michael Keaton is Batman again. I'm very interested in. There was a lot in there that I wanted to see. So I'm gonna sit down and check it out. I'm just glad that I didn't have to pay, the price of admission. Yeah.
Yeah.
And popcorn and all that shit to do it.
I'm a big fan of DC cartoons and the lore. I just really wish that they could have done better with their live action stuff, but their animation stuff is really, really good. So
yeah, Travis has got me into watching a lot of it. Max had a shit ton, so I was just kind of going through and watching a bunch of movies and stuff like that. The Harley Quinn show is fucking hilarious and fantastic.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So good.
I actually have to get caught up on that. I think I'm an episode behind on that, but no, I've been enjoying that. And then they do a lot of really good animation, so we'll see how this holds up. I've always been kind of like I look at the MCU and the DCEU as like a multiverse in and of itself, where it's just these stories taking place from a different perspective on a different planet somewhere, and I try not to get too bogged down and shit. Like with Transformers Rise of the Beast, everyone's like, this isn't Beast Wars, and I grew up on Beast Wars. I fucking love Beast Wars. Beast Wars was my Transformers, but I was like, also I realize this is a movie adaptation and it's not going to be the show that I grew up on, so I try to just enjoy it for what they do give me and not focus too hard on they didn't do this or this person's been shit like that. So
we actually just watched Rise of the Beast, and like I'm like not a huge Transformers fan. It was a movie like my husband put it on and I just kind of sat there and watched him watch it, and then ended up watching it. Just kind of happens like that sometimes. Yeah. But it wasn't awful. It was very predictable, but it is, a movie about Transformers. I'm like, why are they always stuck, on Earth? Like they're always stuck on Earth. And we found out that the guy that voices Optimus Prime is the original guy, and he's been doing it forever. So that was interesting. I
found out that Pete Davidson was voicing one of the characters, and my wife loves Pete Davidson. I am not a huge Pete Davidson fan, but I really enjoyed his voice acting in this. So
yeah, I didn't.
Mirage, the main robot that was Pete Davidson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
interesting. Yeah, I'm not a huge. I like big robots. Don't get me wrong. Like, but I'm more like a Gundam girl, less of a Transformers.
Okay.
Girl.
Okay.
But yeah.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Gotcha.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Yep, that's me.
All right. What about Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid. I haven't seen it yet. Is it on Disney?
Not yet.
Because
I've been checking
I will.
Too, so yeah.
I know, I think I knew it was going to make me feel, and sometimes you're just not in the mood to feel. So, but yeah.
Maybe this will help because you've got, a 2-year-old son at home. I'm sure you're watching a lot of Disney Junior as is.
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid animated spinoff announces its cast. Disney Junior's Ariel adds Taye Diggs and Amber Riley to the stacked cast. This is coming from comicbook.com's Aaron Perrine. Disney Junior's Ariel announced more of the voice cast for the animated series. Ariel star Michaela Michelle Harris, or Michelle Michelle Harris. Am I saying that right?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I would say, yep, I couldn't tell you.
Is joined by Taye Diggs as King Triton and Amber Riley as Ursula. As an animated program for the Disney Junior audience, the show will follow an 8-year-old Ariel and all of her friends Atlantica will take on a Caribbean influence in this new series for preschool
Aw.
age viewers. Ariel's
That
first
is
look was
so
announced,
cute.
right? And I know my daughter's going to love it. So like, I need something new. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
You rewatch all the same shit over and over and over again. Like I've seen every episode of Bluey a million times. Spidey and His Amazing Friends, same thing. Like I'm dying for something new where I'm not rewatching the same shit over and over again. So this will be nice.
Yeah.
Ariel's first look was announced earlier this year. Too much conversation on social media because people suck. Clearly, kids enjoyed The Little Mermaid's live action adventure, and Disney is leaning into some of that success. Good. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
The synopsis from Disney Junior says, full of charm, big ideas, and a powerful voice, Disney Junior's Ariel is coming into her own, learning how to discover and appreciate the world around her and use her voice to inspire others.
She is so cute. I think they did really good with the character design, like her hair and her little cheeks and her giant eyes, and it's very cute. Very cute.
Yep. And we'll get Flounder back as a cartoon, which is far less off-putting than, seeing these fish in real life, live action.
I just don't love the live action readaptations to every Disney thing ever. But yeah, some things are. I always tell people who are not like into animation, or like aware. I'm like, if something's animated, it's animated for a reason. Like it's for a reason. Similar to like that One Piece live action. I'm like, how y'all are gonna really make these like rubber arms not look stupid? Like, I don't know how you're gonna do this. Yep. But yeah, it's animation. Like it's always animated for a reason. So.
Well, we saw what happened when they tried to do a live action Dragon Ball. So
yeah, it's for a reason. Like yeah. We don't talk about that.
Speaking of cartoons and live action, now I was very disappointed to find out, and he's big. He's a big Ghostbusters fan as well as me. So just so you know, as of right now, this is not actual gameplay footage. This is just them kind of using Ghostbusters to show what the real-time engine can do from Sony Tech. So bear with me here because it's going to look awesome. You're going to get excited, but there's no actual project coming out using this. This is just kind of like a, hey, look what we can do sort of thing. But new Ghostbusters footage flexes power of Sony's real-time games engine tech. Sony Pictures Entertainment teams up with Epic Games and PlayStation Studios to make an incredible new Ghostbusters proof of concept game engine demo. And we're going to check that out. What would a next-gen Ghostbusters game look like on a PS5? Sony answers that question with an incredible new demo. And instead of reading and having to listen to me, let's just check it out. No ads?
Wow.
As part of this year's Sony Creators Conference, an entirely new Ghostbusters short film was presented that returned the Ecto-1 to the streets of New York City, thwarting a menacing marshmallow man, all filmed using real-time game engine technology said to be a proof of concept project. Now, this incredible feat and what you're seeing here, it comes from Sony Pictures Entertainment in collaboration with Ghost Corps, Pixamondo, PlayStation Studios, and Epic Games. And it's powered by the Unreal Engine being used in conjunction with a motion capture stage to film visual effects shots, and it pushes for photorealism in real time, and in turn provides filmmakers with more accessible storytelling options. And you know what? I know you want to see this Ghostbusters short film. You want to check out Sony's real-time technology in action. So here is that feature in its entirety.
Everyone I run into, what we need is local control.
Wow.
Something strange in your neighborhood.
That's insane.
Yeah.
If it's something weird and don't look good,
Like, I feel like if they spent all this time and everything just for like, just make the game now, because
Wow. That was the choice they went with? What about the people in the car?
Being directed by Ghostbusters Afterlife's Jason Reitman.
If you guys want to watch the entire video and all the behind the scenes stuff, you guys can check that out at Tweaktown. And the article came to you from Derek Strickland. So please go check that out, support them. You can watch the whole video on YouTube. Shoney shares Ghostbusters short film using real-time engine. And yeah, go support that. But it looks cool. I'm mad that it's not a real thing. Like, don't tease me like that. Yeah, see, I knew Justin would love that. I knew Justin would love that.
They've got to do the tests though to achieve what they really want. It looks like it could be really cool, for sure.
Exactly. And I'm still waiting for the point to where gameplay footage catches up to cinematics, in that aspect, because that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Speaking of beautiful, real quick, this will be our last one, and then we'll get out of here. Bonnie Aarons is suing Warner Brothers for using her likeness as the Nun without proper pay. As a huge horror movie fan, I saw this and I was like, let me find out what's going on. So this is from slashfilms.com's Valerie Ettenhofer. The Demon Valak, aka the Nun, is among the most infamous faces in the Conjuring universe. Aside from perhaps the doll Annabelle, Valak's image looms over the franchise more than any other. According to a lawsuit put forth by actress Bonnie Aarons via The Hollywood Reporter, who played the character in The Conjuring 2, The Nun, and The Nun 2, the character shows up on official merch a lot too. Now, Aarons is asking for a cut of royalties she says she is owed, alleging via a suit obtained by THR that Warner Brothers has been exploiting her talent, creativity, and likeness. The Princess Diaries and Mulholland Drive actress is reportedly suing Warner Brothers, New Line Cinema, and Scope Productions for a breach of contract, citing a clause in her contract that ensured her a pro-rate share on all merch with her likeness, which her suit alleges has included toys, dolls, decorations, pins, jewelry, t-shirts, socks, bedding, costumes, drinkware, and posters. And it goes on to talk about all of these things. But essentially, Warner Brothers is making a bunch of shit using her face and not paying her for it. And with all of the SAG-AFTRA strikes and all of that, it's like, well, you wonder why these people are fucking pissed off.
Yeah, the timing is the best timing for her to bring that to attention, because they're getting so much money from this, and for her not to get any is kind of wild.
And she brings that character, like, she is the face. She brings that character to life. It's not like somebody behind a hockey mask or behind, a Michael Myers mask. She is in the makeup. She is that. She is essentially more like Freddy Krueger than a Jason or a Michael Myers. So to use her likeness and put it out there and have it in her contract that you're supposed to pay her for it and not pay her for it is fucked up. So I hope she wins that. I hope she gets her payback. But I know you've been on your lunch break and you probably have to go back to work. I've got to start getting ready for work. But it was really fun doing our first show together.
Yeah, I had a great time. We talked about a lot of cool stuff, including children. But yeah.
So I want to thank you for joining us. And I know it's at Hex Draws, but let everyone know where they can find you and anything you got going on or you want them to check out.
Yeah, Hex Draws on Twitter, Hex Panda on Instagram. And that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, that I've got nothing going on except for work.
And there's also a Creatia Creators episode that Travis did with you that they can go check out and see what you're all about as well. So go check that out. Get to know her a little better. As always, you guys can follow everything Creatia World TikTok, X, and Instagram at It's Creatia World, ITSCREATIA World. You can check us out on Pornhub, my favorite place, because it was my idea and Travis made it a thing, and now it exists, and we are the number one everything on Pornhub when it comes to podcasts at pornhub.com/model/Creatia World, and facebook.com/Creatia World. That'll cover all of our social media. If you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ritter or at Getting Off for your wrestling and horror content, and on Threads, TikTok, and Instagram at Smacking It Raw. Bridgette, again, thank you for joining me. Hopefully Travis puts us back together in the weeks to come, and we'll get to talk some more nerdy news shit.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. For Bridgette, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub.